Alright, so I want to do a quick guide on Camellya so that way you know the gathering materials that you're going to need on day 1 so you can fully ascend her. So I think the best way to do this is to take a look at the worst case scenario, since we won't fully know how strong she is until her kit is fully revealed when she comes out. But I will do a quick guide on her teams, kit, and rotation so that way you know everything that you need to know before you roll. So in the worst case sense for your general main DPSs, they're going to want 10, 10, 10, 6, 6, to where their main skills are going to be 10 and their other skills are going to be 6, so that way you can just do a little extra damage. So let's start out by taking a look at our Ascension materials. First off, we're going to need Whispering Cores, to where if you're getting her to level 90, you're going to need 36 greens, 40 blues, 46 purples, and 43 golds. Now for Camellya, she needs the Nova Flower for her Ascension material, similar to Shorekeeper. The nice thing is that if you do have this flower in your inventory, you are able to click on collection spots and it will go ahead and locate where on the map you can collect these materials. And it will keep doing this until all the materials on the map are gone. And they reset every day, so you can keep doing this. You do need a grand total of 60 flowers, so that way you can fully ascend her. So it might take you 2 to 3 days, or you could try to visit your friend's world, so that way you can speed this up. Then we have the main boss material, and you're going to need to fight Bahzi of no return, so that way you can get his confinement drops. And you're going to need a grand total of 46, so you're going to be fighting this guy for a while. And an easy way to teleport to his location is to simply click on the book icon, click on the boss icon, and scroll down until you see Fallacy of no return, and simply press detect. This will automatically give you the location on the map to where he's located, and you can press proceed, and it will automatically transport you to the nearest beacon that he's located at. And you can do the same for the weekly boss material, to where we're going to need to fight Dreamless, so that way we can get her feathers. Now, going off the worst case scenario, to where we're going to need a 10, 10, 10, 6, 6 for the skills, you're going to need 18 Dreamless feathers. So as you see for me, I still need to get 3 more. Which brings us to the skill materials, to where we're going to need metallic drips. And again, going back to that 10, 10, 10, 6, 6, we're going to need 25 greens, 28 blues, 45 purples, and 45 golds. And the last thing that we're going to need to fully ascend her is Resonator experience and shell credits. Now, to get her to 90, you're going to need 2,553,000 shell credits to fully level her. As you see, I have a little bit over 3 million, so I barely have enough. But my biggest issue comes in Resonator experience, to where you're going to need 2,438,000 to fully level up the character. So if you take a look at my account, I have 34 golds, which is 20,000 experience each, meaning that I have 680,000 experience in golds. But when I take a look at my purples, I only have 95, which are worth 8,000 experience each, for a grand total of 760,000. To where if I add it all together, it's close to 1.5 million, so I still have a lot of work to do. So if you are trying to level her up on the first day, this might be a place that you might need to spend some of your crystal solvents on. Some of you might decide to go for her weapon, but if you do have the standard weapon on your account, you might not necessarily need to, because this weapon should be pretty strong for her as well. But even if you do that, most likely her best supports are either going to be Danjin or Sanwa, and they're going to need swords as well, so you might want to have another strong sword on your account. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to need for swords. So for swords, we are going to need Howler Cores, and to fully ascend her weapon, you're going to need 6 greens, 6 blues, 10 purples, and 12 golds. But we're also going to need some more of those weapon and skill materials, so we're going to need more metallic drips, to where we're going to need an additional 6 greens, 8 blues, 6 purples, and 20 golds, for a grand total of 31 greens, 36 blues, 51 purples, and 65 golds. But we're also going to need shell credits and weapon experience. So to fully level the weapon, you're going to need 1,407,000 shell credits. If you combine that with the cost to level her up, you're going to need 3,960,000 shell credits. So as you see, I still have a little work to do. But let's go ahead and take a look at the weapon experience. So you're going to need 2,692,000. So taking a look at my account, I have 104 golds, which are worth 20,000 weapon experience, which gives me a little over 2 million weapon experience. So if I scroll down and look at my purple experience, I have 184, each giving me 8,000 experience, to where this is almost 1.5 million weapon experience. So I clearly have enough weapon experience to level up the weapon. And lastly, I wanted to go ahead and mention the events, because they give a lot of character, echo, and weapon experience, as well as Asterite, and a lot of these are going away soon. The biggest event that you want to make sure that you knock out is Where Stars Slumber, because this offers you the most asterite, weapon experience, echoes, and character experience. And the biggest thing about this event is that you can get boxes allowing you to pick specific materials that you need. And then we have a lot of regular events, and you want to make sure that you knock those out so you can get all the rewards as well. Also be sure to do encore story quests so that way you can get some extra union experience, especially if you're trying to reach a different world level. And with the banner's ending, you want to make sure that you do all the trials on the character so that way you can get that extra resonator experience as well as a little asterite. And for the procrastinators, the hazard zone ends today, so you want to make sure that you knock that out because that is a lot of rewards. And make sure that you're spending your wayplates on core cleansings because that is double echo experience and that is hard to come by. But with that, you now should know everything that you need to know to fully level up Camellya on day 1, or at least get there much sooner than before. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If so, I would greatly appreciate a like so that way it can spread on YouTube. But other than that, I'll talk with you guys later.